As we conclude this week reflecting on the Eucharist, the Lord's table, the Lord's Supper, Holy Communion, as we finish reflecting on this, I want to encourage you to dive in with both feet. Don't just kind of hang around. Don't just see it as one thing and one thing only. Over the 2,000 years of church history, all kinds of insight has been drawn from these simple elements. And these elements are deep and will sustain you spiritually and will be food for your soul as you partake of Christ, as you partake of these elements. I've had some of the most meaningful times in my entire Christian experience with other believers and family members over the Lord's Supper. I want to encourage you to milk this. So I remember years ago having dinner at a Messianic Jewish rabbi's house on Shabbat, on Friday evening, and we had the Lord's Supper as part of dinner. They do that every Friday night as they begin Shabbat. They take the Lord's Supper. I've had it with believers, other believers on retreats. I've had it in house churches where we shared a really intimate moment together. We've had it as a family just around our dinner table. As you recall, in the New Testament context, you've got love feasts that were going on, that it was part of an overall meal, but they celebrated the Eucharist as part of that. You can go and just have some friends all by yourself, or if you have a family and you have children, sit down at the dinner table before you eat and talk about what this is, and read 1 Corinthians 11, and then take the Lord's Supper as a family. And then you are giving your children the inheritance of the meaning of this. You can do it just as a couple, as a married couple, or just as a couple of friends, or two or three of you get together and you sit down and you have this. You partake of Christ, you partake of fresh grace, you partake of the richness of the nourishment of Jesus himself by doing this. So do it often, do it simply, and do it creatively in all kinds of different arenas, and milk this for all the meaning that's there.